What's up, everybody? This is May 22nd for our week. I think this is week 8, Eagle, of the Gundam TCG.
Yep, we are in week 8 of our WEBCAM locals event. And we're starting off with green something and white red on the other side. And we played the Zaku Sniper already. And as we have shown on the screen there, real top one, it was a command and went straight to the bottom. Did not do anything.
Unfortunate. But yeah, so tonight we have Universe X here playing.
Yeah, Universe X. He's one of our guest players tonight. And next week we have plans for some more people to showcase and join us, just to help spread the word, get more awareness about these events, and help build up the community at the end of the day.
Are they streaming their tournament run today, or?
I actually don't know offhand. I meant to ask that. But
Okay.
Worst case, we got our stream for tonight, so it'll be a fun time.
We'll get Universe X on eventually. Good friend of both of ours. Let me get the timer as well. I need to make sure I got that. I'm just gonna put 33 minutes on the clock and then adjust it. But that being said, we got a new suite of cards. I think the biggest one that you had mentioned was Talgi's finally getting revealed officially, along with some more red pilots and stuff.
The Zek pilot for him, yeah.
Right.
And it's a really cool gimmick of encouraging to do board trade interactions to draw cards, restand, do it again. But you don't recover the HP, and it just seems very expensive.
Helkin, Risu, could I shoot you a DM on Discord about Digimon Tourney stuff? Absolutely, you can always message me about stuff. Or if you would have I do have a work email. You can check my YouTube channel for that, but go ahead and just DM me. I usually accept DMs from people that share, the relevant Bandai servers. Sniper has become one of my favorite cards. Yeah, no, the Sniper card seems pretty strong. Support in this game sounds pretty sick. I know Lorcana kind of has the same type of mechanic where some cards can just donate their strength over, but it just seems kind of nice to be able to use your units on board to to just kind of have two guys attack a single unit essentially, and make stats in your favor.
Yeah. But kind of going along the lines of newer mechanics, newer cards. We talked about Talgi's being one of the things that was revealed for this week and added. But this week we also got a new red unit, which has a generic link for the Cyber New type trait. So good chance we'll see it. Maybe not in this deck, but if you're seeing some high value, mid-range value red decks, it probably does fit the bill just because it gives you a way to link a little bit more efficiently. It's not as restrictive as the other red units are.
Right. And then we got one of our few level 6 commands getting revealed today, but I don't see how that's going to be used all too much, honestly.
There's just I don't want to say so many issues, but there's a few issues with that card. It's a level 6/6 cost, which if it's balanced well, it's not an issue. The issue is it's overly balanced. It does 2 damage to all units with blocker.
Mm-hmm.
The first restriction is your own. Yeah, first restriction is you have to have blocker. The second one is it hits your own too, so you can't play this as a wall strategy. So it's asking yourself what's our payoff? What's our intended strategy with this?
I could see a world where it kind of just doubles down on breach, so you can get an initial 2 damage down if you still have a board. But in this game, you're often trading boards away, so to use 6 resources and have a board, and that board still be able to attack feels like a big call. It's just usually not how this game operates. But I could see kind of Citizens Take a Stand, where suddenly you can offer up an entire trade of a board into a wall of blockers is kind of in that same mentality where all right, now your blockers are already pre-weakened. My breach units will trade, but you will lose your bodies as well, and I get my breach. But that's just quick theorizing. I think 6 cost is way too much, and to have a card in your hand that's essentially dead for your first 6 turns of the game just doesn't work in line with what this game wants to be. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, because we can try finding angles where it's like, oh, the 2 damage stops aggro decks, but if you're trying to beat aggro decks, you have so many other ways to beat it.
Yeah, and if you're trying to beat aggro decks, waiting till 6 energy or 6 resources is a
pretty
lot.
expensive.
You're probably losing at that, pretty close to losing at that point.
Yeah, Zaku Sniper, they're actually getting a hit, getting a card in hand, so we went hand neutral. Or technically, I guess you can say you went board plus hand neutral, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure how to count that stuff yet, quite frankly, when it comes to oh, and this is another thing about support. You can in theory use your units early, right? Like you can get the fighting power of an attack just on play, almost kind of like a pseudo rush attack. I hadn't considered that before, but now we see it in play here. Our first sniper goes in with the support of the second one, being able to trade off a Raziel.
Yeah, individually they might be weak, but together they have a little bit more impact. Especially with the red base. The Relo, I believe you do 1 damage to the unit.
I was playtesting yesterday with a couple of snipers out, and it led to some interesting choices for my opponent. Way better to get that 2/4 blocker out to stop aggro. Yeah, exactly, Radar. What siege pack, the token busted.
Yeah, strike pack, and you also have Lifrith. Yeah, Lifrith also, which is crazy.
No, Lifrith is kind of wild. Well, we get our LR out with the pilot combo. Gonna swing over the 0 attack sniper, get the breach in, clear the base, get the next attack. It's an overflowing infection, and no, that's it. Our opponent's gonna have to respond to this pretty difficult board. With red I can see some things red could do, but they might need. Oh, whoa. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're just gonna go. Oh wow! So we have our own link pair, which is going to be the I can't remember the name. It's the new LR for red. Oh my goodness! I'll get it on the screen. It's the Sinanju, right? With its pilot coming down, trading over the wing Gundam. So like that took our entire turn to deal with our opponent's last turn, which still leaves them a head on board tempo with a unit to attack into our shields and a turn coming up. So green's probably it's gonna be tough for red to try to get back any tempo here.
Yeah, I think the one thing we might have going for us is like a hand size, but seeing wing come down, it's terrifying, man.
Yeah. I almost question maybe it would have been better to swing attack shield with the Sinanju, use the 2 ping damage to get rid of the token, and then kind of work your way up from there. But offer your opponent the trade. Ooh, another Sinanju.
Sinanju's a good card. It is, but maybe not enough here though.
I don't think it is. We're gonna do what we did last turn. We're going to attack the shield, proc the 2 damage, and then that's our entire turn. I mean, unless we have one resource to do something, I highly doubt it. Yep, I'm just gonna pass with double wing Gundam on the other side.
Yeah, vanilla and Sardek boss monster.
Right. Gonna play Show of Resolve, draw 2 cards, busted.
Yeah, definitely excited though to see how this next week ends up shaping up. Because one thing that we don't have legal this week, just because it wasn't revealed in the time frame, was the new search option for the Operation Meteor archetypes.
Oh right, I noticed that, and it's kind of they're kind of going with the like the One Piece strategy of searchers, where you just kind of pay, search the top 5, look for specifically the trait, I believe, and then
Mhm.
rest to the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. And it is level 5, and a lot of people like online are like, "Man, it's level 5. It's so bad." But
How
when
much
you
does
get
it
to level
cost?
5, it costs 1.
Oh yeah, no, at level 5. I mean, yeah, you have to wait till level 5 or your 4th, 5th turn, but like that level of consistency brought to you is kind of nice. Does it have a burst as well or no?
It does not have a burst. If
Oh.
it had a burst, it would be an automatic for up regardless. Like if it's searching one card on turn 5.
It's kind of like, now I think about it, it's kind of like when you add the searcher that can only be played in the mid game there, like having the higher consistency in the mid game could be what green has been lacking, right? Since they are the ramp deck, for the most part, like they're the, so far as I understand it, they're the only color that have a few cards that actually gain you your EX resource back after it's been used. Can you stack EX resources, or is it like the energy marker in Dragon Ball?
You can stack them. You have up to 5.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you can ramp EX resources. You can ramp your level. It actually brings value into actually ramping in green, which I think right now, like, there's kind of a struggle for them. And looks like our Death Scythe comes down, another link pair, and red white couldn't really take it here. Just never got board pressure or board tempo on their side in their favor at all. We can jump down to a different table. Let's see what guys got for you guys.
Well, if I want to, we can hop to table 1.
Table 1? Okay. Ooh, we get to show off Universe X.
Yeah, for anyone who does not know, Universe X or UniX is a content creator also. Does a whole lot in the Dragon Ball scene, and he's really excited for Gundam. He's been making Gundam content lately. Give us a shout out today, so we're going to give him a shout out here too, guys. So if you guys are looking for other Gundam content creators, give him a look, give him a check out. Man definitely knows what he's talking about, and he has lots of strong insights of just being like a long time card game player.
Yeah, absolutely. He kind of makes himself a kind of like a Bandai card game specialist at this point. Like, I know he's got, like, who doesn't have their backstory in either Magic or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, but he's definitely committed to at least making sure he's knowledgeable about all the Bandai card games. Union Arena, One Piece. I think the one he lacks is Digimon, but that's okay. That's why you guys have Risu and Eagle here.
Yeah, you got Risu, you got Eagle, you got Digipan. We got a few strong Digimon guys. But I will say, a lot of Digimon guys are almost only Digimon guys. Almost.
Oh yeah, no, that's very fun. That's very true, because I think One Piece or Digimon is one of the few that, like, the brand, like, there's just a lot of brand loyalty, right? Like, it's just like there's a lot of people that I know more than any other card game that's just like, I play Digimon because I love Digimon, not the card game, not the memory marker. I'm here for my Agumons and my Gabumons. We are going to use the Archangel to restand the Perfect Strike, and man, we're just walling out our opponent. I believe we have just one blocker. Is the gun cannon a blocker? No, right? It's just the Perfect Strike.
Just the Perfect Strike as blocker. The rest aren't blockers, but there's so many units. Wing Gundam can only answer one of them. Got Duo Maxwell underneath, which at least gives you an HP buffer.
Mm-hmm.
But you have one life, man. Like, you have to be terrified. If we get the duo combo, it's really cool, and we do have a sweet looking first strike. But like, there's no pilots on those units, so we're not winning like a card advantage. Mm-hmm. Like, we're going neutral on the card advantage,
right?
Because like, we'll get this trade, and ideally we get another trade from them. But it is pretty beefy. I suppose there is a world you get 3 cards worth of value from the 1 card.
And we're gonna attack. Where? We're gonna attack
into
the
one units for
Darball.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna breach. And then the final Wing Gundam will attack. I think this should just attack Shield. If I'm Universe X, I let it through. Let it through, and then we have 3 bodies. Ooh, Kira to hand, busted.
Yeah, one thing that makes the singular use pilots so much better. The bimodal ones don't really have burst effects, but normal ones do. And I think we see the writing on the wall here, unless you have some zero cost command from Pan that we haven't seen revealed yet.
Yeah.
Or we miss sequence. We could miss sequence.
We could.
Swing gun cannon, swing gun tank, swing perfect strike. What? I couldn't destroy it. But we got the RX here.
The RX then like kind of cinches it, doesn't it? Everything's gonna have +1. And yeah, everything's gonna clear and just gonna choose gun tank for game. Yeah. What do I say? Is G Gundam in the card game yet? No, it is not, Helkin. I wish Burning Fist Gundam was in this. Favorite Gundam by far. I know what you. Burning Fist? Oh, you mean Burning Gundam? Burning Finger? Yeah, no. G Gundam will be here eventually. Just not in this first set. They announced the name of the next set though. I think I saw the adverts for that a little bit, but they didn't really like use any spoiler information for the product. So, who knows what the second set's gonna hold for us? Still up in the air for sure. Let's see if we can go. I'm gonna go ahead and top into table 2. Just quickly get, just maintain some games on screen for you guys. I'm gonna flip the top one. As soon as there enough support, I'm playing Char Tribal. All right, so are you playing like all the versions of Char though, Radar? Are you like, Char's clone, second Char, Neo Char, all of them?
I mean, I think it's just gonna be red green. It's what the star deck is, right? Yeah,
I think so. That is, to this day, is still my biggest. That is where my brain goes the most as to what the future of this game could potentially hold. Is what does this game look like once we have a multitude of Hero Yuis and Wing Gundams, right? Where your entire deck can be essentially a link pair, right? Who knows what the game will feel like after that too? Because like I feel like part of the charm of the game right now, or at least part of the dynamic of the game right now, is very much like link pairs are sort of rare. You might see 1, maybe 2 a game. If you see 3, you're kind of high rolling. Where once the game gets a little more consistent, and almost you can kind of guarantee you're gonna have 3 to 4 link pairs in a game. Just curious how the game will feel in that environment. We're gonna play the RX-78.
And I'm assuming the colored sleeve cards are the tokens from the white base.
Yeah, I think they have it. That's the yellow one is the 2/2, and I'm gonna go ahead and guess the red one might be the 3/3, but who knows?
Yeah, as long as the players understand what the board state is, and we see proxies entirely on the other side. So my guess is the man hasn't had the chance to get a beta kit, which is one reason we allow to use the proxies.
Of course.
We know it's expensive right now, so we'd rather you guys just have fun playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Got pricing that you're competing for still, but as long as everyone understands what each other person is playing, it works in the end.
Absolutely. We got the Hero Yui under Wing Gundam. He clears the base. Now we'll attack with...
I think this is the Delta Plus, which is one of the newer units revealed.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can get that on screen.
Yeah, it wasn't this week. I believe it was the last week it was revealed and added.
Yeah, it has Repair 1, yeah. Repair, I think, isn't under... We haven't seen it on a lot of units yet, but I feel like it has the potential to be pretty strong. During pair, this unit gets +1 HP, so it's a 4/4. Earth Federation, as long as it's paired, yeah.
It's a pretty generic link. It's pretty beefy. It heals itself. Like, it has lots of really good check marks for itself being a very strong card.
Absolutely agree.
And I'm surprised we haven't seen anyone try doing a full repair deck yet with like the Reedy Pilot that gives you like extra HP. You have all these like repair commands, and you have ways like you can utilize, like, if you want to, you can pair Wing Gundam with these repair cards. So it's like you just keep repairing your giant like boss monster, keeps clearing over things, keeps breaching. So your opponent's in this like weird threshold of like, okay, am I doing a full trade this turn? Otherwise, he's going to heal, and it could be like a whole value engine aspect for building. But I don't think we've seen anyone try showcasing that yet.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think we have. I mean, we're staring down a pretty gross board on the green-blue side of things. Blue-white having a hard time getting all their blockers established, but I think there's a potential we'll start seeing that now. Yeah, we'll get the Ale Strike, good old classic, on the board. Probably see... Oh, okay, we're going to attack with the 2-2, trade off the 3-3, or... Maybe get a damage on it already, doesn't matter. RX-78 is going to attack into the Delta Plus. We're going to get 4 or 5 damage on us, but because of the Sulieta, we clear with 1 health. We're going to repair 2, so we're looking pretty good. Let's restand the energy and get a second RX-78 down. Our opponent's looking at having only the Wing Gundam and the Gun Tank, but we do have the space to use White Base, depending on if we want to trade in this Wing Gundam into anything.
I'm also taking a look at some of the decks for next round to see what we could be showcasing. 2 blue-white controls already making it into next round. We do have Amuro with duo sets of blue-green.
Ooh, very nice.
White-blue. This is a full red-green deck, actually. This could be a fun one.
Oh, wow. That's a unique color pairing.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen red-green yet, so I'm definitely leaning towards that way myself.
Yeah, we can go there. And then the Gun Tank will go in. We'll block with the Ale Strike. Ale Strike will clear the token for us, but then that just means we get to use our White Base, deploy a Gun Cannon, 2/2 stat upgrade. 2 cards left in hand from our green-blue player, and white-blue might be able to just run away with this now, actually.
Depending if we get another pair, we could be in a really good spot.
We'll see. I mean, if I'm blue-white, I have 2 life. I feel like you kind of have to try to clear this Wing Gundam off the board. You don't have White Base, so you're not freely attacking with... why didn't we restand? Is there a reason?
Offhand, I'm not sure.
I think we forgot to restand. Oh, another link pair. Ooh, that does clear the board. Oh, and we properly restood all our units. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Gonna link the Amuro Ray. Attack into the White Base.
And restand our blocker here.
Restand our
Swing
blocker.
with RX.
Now we have lethal on board. Repair. We pass the turn. Repair, and now we're chilling.
Yep, so tap in 3. We got RX. Anything with RX, we have to have an Amuro for a chance.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have it though. Just unfortunate.
Pass with a bunch of resources up.
Oof.
So there's a world if we have like Witch and Bride, we can stall out for a turn. Or there's a world if you have Unforeseen Incident. No, not even that works because of the RX pair.
Right.
RX number 1 goes in. It's the GM. GM goes trash. It's the RX with the Sulieta.
Second attack. Oh, it's gonna be
Siege Ploy. Going top down a 5 HP or less unit.
Ooh, white
so
base.
White base is last life, so we're actually not out of it yet.
We have a
So our
small
opponent-
chance, but we are going to restand both our blockers. We could clear board-ish, but it's not looking good. We also get to repair the RX-78. So it is at its full 6 life.
Yeah, but we're stalling or we got an extra turn. I don't know if we can really convert this extra turn into anything meaningful.
Yeah, no.
Yep, so 2 for the token, 4 for what from our hand? So it's a Wing Gundam. Hopefully we have a hero to go with it if it is. Yeah, getting Siege Plate and base off of life was really nice back-to-back. Death Scythe here.
Death Scythe
Tap
with the
1.
pair.
It is duo. We have first strike, and we do have all 10 resources, so nothing we can ramp here, unfortunately. You're just hoping to go into the RX with the Sulieta. Like, you have first strike. You just want to take advantage of it.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, regardless, it's going to be blocked, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then from here, our own RX-78, it just doesn't matter unless there's nothing that really... Because we are perfectly set up with two bodies that are 5 damage, it's just over.
Yeah, they're
hopefully
just writing on the wall.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna scoop it up. No cards in hand, and we realize, nah. I think we needed, like, in a perfect world, we would have gotten the attack into the RX-78 with Sulieta, like you said, and then maybe found a way to clear the Wing Gundam that was also, or the L Strike that was also paired, but yeah.
Yeah, good moment for short Sala intermission between rounds before we get round 2 up, though.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, guys. So this is the our weekly war tournament here at the Eagle's Nest. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. we're hosting a webcam tournament for the Gundam TCG. Let's see if I can get the other screen up for you guys. But TLDR, we love doing this for you guys. We love building the community. The community is only growing every week. Tournament information is on the screen in front of you now. We do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Join the Discord for any questions. Link for the Discord will be in the description below, so feel free to join. Proxies are legal, as you've been seeing across for round 1 here. Plenty of our players are proxying. Even cards that don't even actually physically exist yet. We're allowing, not only are we allowing the beta kits and the, what are they
demo
called?
Decks.
The demo decks, but we're also allowing any cards that are being revealed. Every revealed card up until the Saturday prior becomes legal into the next week's tournament. So ever increasing card pool, seeing a lot of dynamics, seeing red in particular grow as a color in this game has been very intriguing to and very fun to see progress. But also we have we're starting to do a thing where we're guest pilots, I guess.
Yeah, trying to feature some content creators in this scene, help them grow, help us grow, and just make it a cyclical thing where we just see these players back every week, and every week when they're back, like, they're helping us grow, they're getting more visibility on their stuff, and so forth and so forth.
And with that said, tonight we have Universe X playing with us, and have you initiated a bounty on his head, or is that a separate thing that we haven't worked out yet?
It's probably going to be the promo for next week.
Ooh, okay.
But I gave him a personal incentive for playing tonight.
Ooh, fair enough. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're at table 4 for this round.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to table 4.
Players are just finishing their mulligans here. But we get to showcase something new here. We have not showcased a full red-green Xeon deck yet.
Ooh, that's exciting. Let's see. It's round 2.
Yeah, red-green Xeon versus blue-green, what I would say is probably mid-range, late game at this point.
Flip this. There we go. Oh, it's my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Digimon playmat.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, indicating we are going second with that EX Relena resource on the Levi side here. Marine Sus is taking the mulligan here. We got our 5 fresh cards, and we're setting up. Going to get our life, going to get our hand, get our shields, and take things away here. So everyone watching here in chat, how excited are we for this matchup? Is there any archetypes we're willing to showcase tonight that maybe we haven't yet, or we could? Just let us know in the comments. We definitely love hearing from y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. I live for it even. All right, so it looks like Marincess is gonna start with their, but no turn 1 play. It's kind of rare to have a turn 1 play. It's very similar to One Piece in that avenue. Turn 1 plays can be pretty hard to have. I say that as our green player reveals their first color, having the 1-drop ready, and
and it is the DOP, which says on play, look at top card of your life. If you want to keep it top or put it bottom, and we also watched him burn that EX resource right away for the Zaku too.
Oh, so we want to go aggressive this turn. The Zaku 2 has +2 damage when attacking, I believe. So it's going to be able to clear the EX base.
And the DOP's going in for damage, and it's just a unit here. We're already up 1 life on our opponent, and we're seeing resources tapped from the next DOP. Is this a card we want? And he's assessing, like, I already said no to 1 card. Is this a pilot? If it's a pilot, I might want to keep it there. And he's saying he wants to keep it there.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
We have another Zaku.
Oh, my God. I don't think...
March to the Zakus, right?
I don't think we're going to be... I don't think we have the aggression to get through. I guess we'll see how this goes. We're finally going to make our first play. Razzle hits the board, and that's going to be our only thing we could do this turn. We're about to lose 4 life.
Yeah, unless there's a base in life. Base does a whole lot of...
base in life would be a lot, yep. Oh my God, you said it.
Damage mitigation here, but we have 3 resources on Levi's side that could change out this map.
Oh,
Zaku with the pilot. Zeons are charging in, got rid of the base. And you can tell Marincess is like, oh no, not like this. Not like this.
Oh my God, no. This is... We get a hero Yui. This is a pretty strong high roll. I don't think our blue, unless we get like a blocker doesn't help us. Oh man.
We're level 4. I don't know how we can answer so much. Like, we need gun tanks. We need
we're just gonna scoop it up, man.
We need a base in our hand. He's like, I'll do a trade.
Into the Zaku, yeah.
Yeah.
To get the token. Oh, because this gets the token too, doesn't it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, even having the base in life wasn't enough to save us here. RX, we have an Amuro. We got the Amuro. Swing over another guy.
But yeah, swing over the Zaku. That's what I would do. Just call it a day.
Yeah, those DOPs actually are a really nice curve. I wonder if the DOPs gave us the Char pilot into our hand, or gave us knowledge of finding the missing piece. He's like, it's over, man. It's over. I'm dead. We're going to support, and we're swinging with the Zaku. Oh, not only are we winning the game here, like we're just traded too.
And then we're showing off the power of support units there. Funny enough, Jesus Christ. That's too funny.
Exactly. Wow. Tied on. Exactly. It was over. It was over in turn 2. Like when he burned the EX resource to say I'm playing Zaku 2, like.
And we had Nanju with we had the Link pair Nanju as well. Jesus Christ. Wow. That is strong. Anyway. Well, I hope you guys liked a lightning match. We can go see a different table now.
I was not expecting it to be that fast. I was like, okay, we got red green. That's pretty cool. Haven't seen that yet.
Red green aggro, man. That was oof. Pretty good. I mean, that is a pretty high roll of a curve, but still, like, unless you're playing blockers, there's not a lot that many decks could do against that, which I think still the only deck with blockers is white. I just picked a table at random. No real rhyme or reason here other than the Eevee playmat's pretty cute.
Yeah. I mean, that's good enough. Like, we showcased a new match. We showcased a new deck.
Looks like this might be... It's green-white on one side. I'm only inclined to imagine the other one is white-blue, but I actually can't make out any card that would prove otherwise yet.
I think it's green-white and green-white. So I think it's a green-white mirror. Yes. What are your thoughts on that, chat? Do we feel like the DOP really added that much more value to red-green aggro there? Just to get that
it adds
one card
consistency, right? Like, just by itself? It's kind of crazy.
It's not hand plus, but it's letting you control what you're drawing into. And that seems to be pretty powerful in this game, especially when you rely on 2-card combos for link pairs.
Oh, absolutely. Like, if you're flooded on pilots and you see a pilot at the top, you're going to send that to the bottom, or vice versa if you're kind of hoping to dig into a link pair. You notice your first one's, your top card is a Gundam, you might just send that to the bottom and kind of guarantee that, like, you're just one step closer to the next pilot.
Yep, so we got Perfect Strike coming down here. And just turn past. I mean, it's pretty simple turn. Like, we've seen these blockers come down. They're pretty stat efficient for their costs. They're blockers. They're pretty junky. Like,
I never noticed
just
this.
I
haven't noticed this until now, but Perfect Strike has the same amount of attack as it does HP. So it's kind of perfect in that way. That amuses me. We're gonna rest one, get our Archangel out. This is gonna let us attack into our opponent's base and potentially restand either of our blockers depending on how we feel to go about going this turn. Let's see. Oh, but we got the Wing Gundam pair as well.
Yep, Wing with Hero Yui. So we're going to be able to do a really nice trade into the Dara Blade. We can't go into the Perfect because it's a level 5. We only get level 4s and nowheres, but Breach 5, pretty powerful here.
Yeah, Breach 5 is pretty strong. Are we going to attack with any of our blockers though? Oh, we're not even going to offer the trade. That's interesting. Taking your foot off the gas pedal a little bit doesn't seem too correct for me, especially since we... Oh, I guess we don't have the energy. We don't have the resources to restand either of our blockers, but... yeah.
Yeah, and also just talking about the metagame tonight. It's a pretty spread out metagame for like the color combinations: 4 blue-white control, 4 blue-green mid-range, 3 white-green mid-range. And then you got a little bit of other archetypes. I know I probably need to update it now that we have like higher quality cards to improve like some older archetypes with.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the only new archetype is red-green that someone's bringing this week.
All right, so debating on how we want to, if we want to block the Perfect Strike. I imagine Perfect Strike's going to go into Wing Gundam here. Oh, but we're going to Naval Bombardment. Or wait, no, this is... Unforeseen instant, yep, reducing the damage.
Yep, it's a -2 or 3, I believe, on command timing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's enough to make it a relevant swing for us, where we don't mind it now.
Right. That allows us to survive the trade there, which is really strong.
Yeah, but with a Lifrith on board, Wing Gundam's just going to basically live for the next few swings pretty comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, those are really cool sleeves, the little cats on them. I just realized the design they had.
That's really fun. You got a little smug look to them.
Yeah, one thing I don't see a lot of players use is like art sleeves too often, unless it's like a Dragon Shield art sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's because like the quality of them, like
it's just so shuffle feel, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you oversleeve them, like I know some of our Aladdin players use the art sleeves and they have overs with them.
Mm-hmm. But I will say that as a webcam spectator or even in person, like art sleeves really help us see. As a commentator, literally really helps us see how many things like life in cards in life, because like when they're all monochrome, like we see on the silver end of things, like it's kind of, the cards blur into each other. But when you see the art sleeves, you can clearly tell that there are 5 cards in that life, or even 6 actually, I believe, because you just kind of make it out based on art pattern.
Yeah, and see, like if you don't have like art sleeves and you have just monocolor sleeves, I use monocolor sleeves. The diagonals do so much to like help indicate how many cards are there.
Oh,
Like we can look from
absolutely.
a glance, you count the corners, and it just helps so
Mm-hmm.
much.
Yeah, no, and I say this all with I exclusively use dragon shields and monocolor sleeves. Speaking of which,
Yes.
I got sent some sleeves, some custom sleeves. I should show those off eventually. Very excited.
Yep. So we got our Death Scythe here. We're getting a
With the
free
pair
ramp of a
too.
resource. Yep. Pair, first strike. So we're going into probably that blocker that barely wasn't finished off that last turn. A little annoying, but we got rid of it. Didn't really
Was
put
there
us
no
at a
breach?
disadvantage. No, there's no
Oh,
breach.
wow. Hits into life. That's ridiculous. All right. If you're Wing Gundam, do you attack? No, we're
I
just
think
gonna.
he's saving his. I think he's saving it for his opponent's wing. If he gets a hero Yui, like puts him in a really rough spot. So you want to save your large attacking unit to be able to trade and get breach damage at the same time.
Right, fair enough.
But I suppose vice versa. Like if you're letting them do that, that's fine. But yeah, we're respecting the duo Maxwell Death Scythe.
Which is exactly what comes down here. Our own Death Scythe Link pair comes down. We're going to attack with the Wing Gundam first.
Probably attacking into the Lifrith, like giving him no choice. Like we are going to get 2 free cards from our opponent. You're going to breach the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're just positioned so well here. Now we have first strike into our opponent's Death Scythe. Like, do we have a command that we can
No,
utilize here?
we don't have any
Yeah, we're tapped
resources
out.
up. Yeah.
We're tapped out.
And we still have resources left to go. Here goes. We're going to use the EX resource to get the launcher strike down.
Yep, and it's turn pass here. So the question is, how much value are you trying to get out of this Wing Gundam? Are we trying to trade into Death Scythe right away because it's the biggest guy? Are we getting rid of the wing? Or are we actually just going to swing into the blocker and make sure it's gone?
Yeah,
Regardless, I guess you're going to be blocking, right? Because you're a 7/7 to 4 damage, so you have 3 HP left. Like this perfect strike or this launcher strike is just at such an awkward threshold number for us.
Mm-hmm. There's no way to heal our unit. I mean, you might as well. Like, you have to clear board somehow, right? You have to do something. Probably attack into... probably attack into the Wing Gundam. That's at least where my brain wants us to go. We attack into Wing Gundam. The Death Scythe kind of has used up most of its ability now. Like, no longer having first strike. That means it's a real trading target at this point. And no matter what you swing at, I assume that launcher will be blocking it either way. But
yeah, it's just like, what do we have in our hand that can potentially interact with our opponent's board here?
yeah, so that can change it up for sure.
Like if we're blue, we can at least tap guys down, but we're not playing blue. So it's like what can you utilize in your color package?
Let's see. I'm gonna start making some decisions. Looks like we do have a link pair in mind potentially, or at least we have a 2-card play coming up. That's where our brain is going, at least from just reading hand movement. Need an ale combo or a wing combo. Yeah, either or would be pretty strong. Ale combo would allow us to bounce the launcher, and then immediately ale combo probably ends up being the best one. Might actually fully clear the board in that example.
Yeah, I mean, if you have ale combo, yeah, bounce blocker, swing into one, swing into another, yeah.
That would clear the board, and then
it says block. He says, "I'll breach at least." If you have another wing, that's cool. If you have a Death Scythe, that also works. Death Scythe to get first strike, swing. Yeah, we're tapping all our resources down. We're seeing a wing come down. Let's hope we see a Hero Yui with it. And no, it's blocker with it.
If we had the Hero
Yes.
Yui, I think that would have been our first play. Immediately attack
Yeah.
over the blocker. Three cards left in our hand for the Eevee playmat. Our Wing Gundam playmat, though, on the flip side, is that Wing Gundam? We're gonna pretend that's Wing Gundam playmat.
It's a Gundam mat.
Yeah, it's a Gundam mat. Gonna play our Perfect Strike Gundam, and looks like to me that the Gundam playmat player here is probably gonna start running away with it pretty well. I'm gonna swing. We choose not to block, but we get the pilot, which definitely helps. That could be the pilot we were missing to do an Ale Strike. Here we go. Ale Strike comes down for Gundam playmat.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before. Like, if you play One Piece, like, you almost always take your first life or two. Like, you're not going to spend counter. You want to draw more cards, have, like, more lines of play. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like that for this turn. Like, we're pretty healthy. We're going to be taking a hit. If we get a base, we get a pilot, we're at pretty good advantage. And we just got rewarded by getting that pilot out of life, which could go with our Perfect Strike here.
Right.
But it could just give us a linkage, which is so much more potent than like having that extra life. That extra life doesn't really mean anything. Also, I think the trades were just bad if we did try blocking. Yeah, for anyone watching, we're in the middle of round 2 of our webcam locals. This is our weekly war tournament where players are competing against each other for a chance to win not only a resource each night, but earn points to a circuit finals invite where they get a chance to win a sealed beta box.
And those are only getting more expensive. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they've been going up so much in value. But here, we've showcased red-green, like, hyper aggro Xeon Rush, I guess is what you would call it, right?
Yeah.
We showcase a little bit of blue-white control, white-red Michaelis. And this is just a white-green, I would say mid-range, white-green mirror matchup. And Hero Yui going with the Wing Gundam now. Going for the trade. Can't go over any of the blockers, so this is going over Death Scythe if we're trading. But we're just going to deny the trade value. Let him get the breach. It's a Hero Yui to our hand, though.
Oh my god. That is not something we needed to see. Do we have another play? Is our hand just like, oops, all pilots, but the wrong pilots? That's possible. Gonna rest 1, 2. Gonna be a Michaelis. Or no, Lifrith.
Yeah, Lifrith. Yeah, Lifrith is just like one of those blockers. Once it is revealed, like everyone's running it now. Like the stat line's great. The cost that you pay for it is so minimal.
Yeah. Such a strong low end too. I think it's level 3, 2 cost as well. Like you get it down pretty early. We're gonna use our Kira pilot now. That's interesting. Are we thinking about, what could we be thinking? Is attacking into the Death Scythe? Oh, we're just bumping up our stats so we can favorably trade into our opponent potentially. We are representing a form of lethal this turn on the crackback anyway. Ale Strike does keep us off of that lethal though, of course. Swing Wing Gundam. That's going to go at the Michaelis. And yeah, I think this is what we had planned. We are going to block this attack and receive some damage onto our Perfect Strike, but we do survive the attack. And because of that, we potentially are going, ooh, another wing pair, a link pair, which is something we just gave our opponent. I imagine that's going to attack into the Lifrith. Yep.
Yeah, breach, it's another wing. Not where we want our wings to be. We'd rather have those in our hand.
Definitely.
Yeah, playing bases in this matchup is just so awkward.
Right, because the bases are usually just kind of fodder. Like, they're going to be gone the next turn after you play them. But here, we actually are going to be able to attack with our Ale Strike, restand it due to Archangel. Or do we... Is there a world? No, I think we're okay with... Oh, we're going for a trade. Interesting. Okay, I guess we do still have 3 cards in hand and plenty of resources. I believe like 3 to 4 resources still left to use for the rest of this turn.
Yeah, like just having breach on both sides, like we are slowly ticking down like the timeline of this matchup, how long the players are going to be lasting and surviving. We're doing trades, we're doing damage, we're progressing board state, we're progressing.
Another Ale Strike.
Yeah, it just feels so good on both sides when you see those breach units. Knowing we had a wing in our life that went in trash though, like we have to hopefully have a good hand quality now. If anything, I feel like we just have cycle cards though, or like awkward commands.
Yeah, it must be.
I guess there's a chance it's just pilots too.
Yeah, I think it might be oops all pilots in this scenario. I haven't seen too many commands come out of our Pokemon playmat.
So, question for you. So, I know when you play Magic, there's a terminology where, like, if you have too much mana, you're like, what? You're mana flooded, right?
Yeah, mana flooded.
What do they call it if you don't have lands?
Mana screwed.
Yeah. Is mana screwed? Is that what the term is? So, what's our community term going to be for Oops All Pilots? Because I definitely feel like Oops All Pilots won't be the final one.
Oops All
Pilots.
Pilots.
I guess.
Oops All Pilots might be it, but like there's a part of my heart that wants to be like everyone's reported for attendance or something because they're all kids for the most part. So I'm just like, how do we wrap in a classroom? This classroom's full or something, like a full house. I don't know, but I think it's gonna be Oops All Pilots personally.
Until something better comes along that everyone likes.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
in Digimon, like I think in Digimon, like no one really knew what to say when you used the memory boost for its delay effect until someone said cracked or pop, and that's all I hear now. Pilot problems, pilot overpopulation. Maybe, Chris. Maybe.
That one is funny. What's up, Blow Me? Good old I always love to see my World of Warcraft roots come support me. I appreciate you guys every time. You guys should check us out on Monday or Thursdays for our Digimon stuff, which is our bread and butter. Every Monday 7:30, every Thursday 8 p.m.
Yeah, the man does advertisements. He does sellouts for like streams. He does.
Pilot
Did
pile.
y'all know? I feel like every single one's going to be like he's got a PP hand.
Oh God. Oh, is that the new one? Oh no.
Just Oops All Pilots, his hand's PP.
Yeah, and he's just his hand is literally all pilots. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. What I was saying though, for everyone here in chat, Brisu does sellouts. He does streams for all these tournaments all the time. Y'all know tomorrow's his birthday.
It is my birthday tomorrow. Very exciting.
Y'all wish him a happy birthday. Throw him a channel sub or two.
I wanted to like set up the background for tomorrow because we are streaming Digimon tomorrow, and I was like, oh, I could set up with like some cool like happy birthday like Sonic like stuff, and Party City's closed, guys. I don't know like I was so devastated when I found out that Party City just has gone out of business entirely. Let's see if I can switch to the commentator screen, but like. Oh, my heart sank. Like, not only have I lost Toys R Us, I've lost Party City now, and I don't know where my life is going anymore, man. It is terrible. Epic Universe is opening on your birthday tomorrow. How lucky. No, oh yeah, Epic Universe is opening tomorrow, but like, man, is it hot in Florida? And not only is it hot, but it's gonna be such a pain to like go to Epic Universe, and I think I've committed to like waiting a year or maybe like wait at least till winter or something, like an off season to go, because man, do I not want to go in this heat and new theme park crowds sound awful as well. Are you intending to go, Blow Me? I've got tickets for December 1st. Ooh, maybe we hash it out. Maybe we go together. We'll see. I know our guild. It's starting to get close to that time when we start talking about the guild meetup. So that'll be fun. Do we have another? I got lost in yapping. Do we have another round? Another
Table one's playing still.
Table one's playing still. Yeah.
Real quickly, if anyone signed up for the lottery for Premium Bandai to buy product, y'all should be able to see if you won your little lottery selection. One of my friends just DM'd me and said, "Hey, I got a booster box."
Off of Premium Bandai. Right.
Yep.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so if you guys signed up for any of those lottery things, you guys can actually check out now.
All right, so... Oh, look, this guy's got an official, like, not official Gundam playmat, but it's got at least the official, like, zones and everything. That's really fun. All right, peace, Blow Me. Much love.
Well, my other friends just got a box and a starter deck.
Ooh, fancy.
Awesome. I love your deck. A lot of people that are like actually playing the game got their stuff. That's really cool.
That's a good sign. I know the lottery system kind of like is a very like not a Western thing to do, but it does. I would like to believe that it does help. Like the botting situation that like a lot of people run into, especially like when your limit is like four boxes or something, and then like you just have 10 accounts and they all buy the 4 boxes. So I really do like that the lottery system does help alleviate that in some way, but it's still botting still helps, right? Because like the more entries you have, the more chances you have to succeed.
Hey, ACW and chat here got a box also. Congrats on that.
Ooh,
super happy for you. Like I really am. You know, like that meme with like the little kids, like, congrats, I'm happy for you. Good
I
job.
love that for you.
Yeah, I love that for you. Not me right now at all. Not getting a box.
Rest in peace, Eagle. No,
I'm happy. I'm in a good spot.
I'm in a good spot too. I'm not stressing about getting product day one. I don't know where I want to be with the Gundam product right now. I'm not a fan of rushing with anything. Like, I know there's a lot of like sneaker geeks out there that have to have the latest release of whatever Adidas thing comes out day one, or like the new iPhone. Like, if there's a rush and if there's like a mob for something, I'm quickly disincentivized. So I think I'll wait. I think I can I can afford to take a breather and just play with proxies at Eagle's Nest. You know what I'm saying? Discord's getting a lot of people posting they got in, so it's not super botted. Oh, that's so wonderful. I'm really happy to hear that. Because honestly, I feel like Bandai sometimes drops the ball on, especially on the premium Bandai stuff, where like people are allowed to pre-order like 10 copies of something, and then suddenly they sell out, and it's like, well, yeah, you sold out because 5 bots just bought out like 50 of the product. And so, oh, a thumbs up. Look at that.
I don't know if that was me or I don't think I clicked on the screen to do that.
No, I think he's got like his one of those like, I don't know. I forget what app does that, where it just starts like kind of like reading the screen and just like adding emotes randomly, but
yeah, like I legitimately am happy that players are getting a product though.
I just don't want it to turn like, oh, I get so disgusted by the every day, every week it feels like there's a new Pokemon story about, you know, nerds at GameStop like beating each other up, so because they can't oversell their product by $5, like, I don't know, like it's just such a disgusting place to be. Like, I really hope Pokemon figures something out with that, because it's just so gross. And I don't like that energy trickling into other card games, like, at all.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. But anyways, looking at our board state here for this matchup here in round 2, like, we have blue-white control, just different angles on how to play blue-white.
Yeah, we have the perfect score 6, I believe, right? This is the new...
It was one of the spoiled cards from 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, and we get to link pair with our Sulieta.
Altar, one to point out.
Oh, wow.
Yep, we're swinging here. When we swing in, we get a resource of our choice. It could be an active, it could be arrested. We're going to get that active one for that one card in hand. You know, you got 10 resources for it.
It is a perfect strike. Is this a blocker? Oh, is this the launcher?
He's going to try swinging. Ale Strike is a blocker, so we will be taking 4 damage.
Oh, that's the Ale Strike? That's the altar for Ale Strike? Okay.
Yes, that is the altar for Ale Strike. It was probably one of the hardest cards for me to get for my personal Gundam collection.
Are you going for master sets or just the one of each?
I did one of each for the beta set. Okay. Oh, because we had the minus attack from Perfect Score, we were actually able to live the attack. So it was actually really well positioned there.
Oh, that was really interesting. And we're still sitting behind 3 shields and a base, so it's going to be kind of awkward for our opponent to do much, if at all. I don't think either of these attacking... The Ale Strike can trade into the Perfect Score 6, but we could potentially block it.
Oh, look at that. Ludian got a box and a starter deck also.
Ooh.
Super happy. I love that. It gives me a dopamine rush, even though it's not for myself. Like, just seeing people that actually will be playing the product, opening it for themselves. Like, it just means so much more to me, at least.
No, I agree. Like, especially someone like Ludian. We just had him on the show 2 weeks ago, and like clearly like super Gundam fan, clearly buying it for himself, clearly buying so he can play the game and actually commit to being part of the community. Very happy for him for sure. Another RX-78 hits the board. We attack. Did we just pass? We passed with that much. I guess we only have 1 card in life.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that's lethal if we're not trading. We have to trade here. Right, it's a 5-6 with the pair. It turns our 3, 4, 5, 6 into 6, 6, 7, 6 because we have 2 paired pilots, including himself. So we will begin this trade off. Resource being tapped down, unforeseen incident. We're living the attack here, guys. I think that guarantees lethal now, unless we're swinging at the blocker. If you swing with blocker, you're losing though.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. That actually gets enough damage, gets us under the damage threshold to die, and now with 1 card in hand, like I don't think is there one card that can get us out of this? We didn't have the proper link pair for RX-78.
Yeah, base doesn't give us or actually a base could give us enough survivability here.
I think the base does give us the survivability.
Yeah.
But we passed.
I'm saying yeah. I think we're cooked here.
And rest 3.
Tap 3.
What is this, Michaelis? No.
I think it's the other aerial.
And we're going to attack with the perfect strike. Interesting, we chose to attack first with the perfect strike, but I don't think it matters all too much. We're going to attack with perfect score 6. We're going to scoop it up. We're probably not going to show us what that last card was. What was it? It was a pilot. I think it was a Sulieta pilot, funny enough. But I think that gets us pretty close to the end of round here, right? Or we still
that actually was the end of the round. We actually just got round 3 paired.
Oh, funny. Okay, cool.
We're hopping in right away. So do we want to see Levi, the down pair, see if he ends up getting a turn 3 win again? Do we want to see another match? Could showcase Uni. Uni is at table 2 right now.
Ooh, let's get a full match of Universe X in.
Yeah, I think that'd be a fun one.
And then if Levi does well next round, we got what, 4 rounds tonight, I believe.
Until one undefeated, so there's a chance next round's the last round if our down pair loses. So if Levi loses this round, we will be finishing next round. If he wins, we have 2 more rounds potentially. It could be another down pair losing scenario though too. Yeah, our players just locking in for tonight though. It's a fun crowd. We got 19 players here tonight playing the Gundam TCG before it even comes out.
That's
just evolving the format. Yeah,
I still think about that. It's like, imagine, like, I feel like some of the biggest locals for Bandai card games are like 10 people, right? So like being able to consistently hit 19 people every week for the Gundam TCG, or that's not even out yet, is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I want to use this moment to grab some water. I'll be right back.
Of course. How's it going, chap? How you been? Been good? I don't think I've properly expressed how sad I am that Party City has been discontinued. My heart is broken. My day is devastated. I'm gonna drown my sorrow. Other fun fact. Okay, like second fun fact. You guys know Pringles, right? Obviously, it's like the potato chip that's like curved or whatever. You can put them in stacks. Pringles are not gluten-free, and I have a gluten allergy, as we've recently discovered. And on top of that, I was a little at a loss. So I was like, man, I won't be able to eat Pringles anymore. This is sad. Turns out, Lay's chips also has a brand of, like, you know, Pringle-esque chips that are gluten-free, and that kind of blew my mind. So now here I am enjoying pseudo Pringles, and they're not that much different. Like, they got a little thicker crunch to them, but honestly, like, they're softer too in the same way. Because like, if you ever ate a Pringle in your life, you know, sometimes that is a disaster for your gums waiting to happen. Like an assault, a stab warning. It's like, you know, they should put, like, what do they put, like what, for toys, like whenever a toy sells a sword or something, like sharp objects included, like that's Pringles. These Lay's chips, they're softer. My gums are safe. I'm happy.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I don't know if we actually mentioned. Looking at Uni's side playmat. This is the Dallas World Launch Event playmat. Uni was one of the invited content creators to check out the Gundam TCG for the very first time, together with some other high-end content creators. So coming in with the drip of a playmat, right?
Oh yeah. When is he gonna whip out the suitcase and the jacket though? That's the key thing. I think if we don't see that, did he really even go personally? Like, I don't know, man.
Do you watch any of his videos in the background? I think he actually has the suitcase on display with like the little
with his because he's got like he's got a display for all his model kits, so I think he put the case with those, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lay's stacks, right? Yeah, that's exactly what they're called. Lay's stacks. Pretty good. I've been enjoying them. Gluten free too.
You're right. That is a pretty basic EX base. I think he was commentating for Nationals too, so he didn't get a chance to go.
Oh yeah, he was. I think he was commentating. Definitely Battle Spirits is his big one, but I think he also gets involved with Dragon Ball a little bit, at least in Nationals. But he's definitely pretty big. He did a lot that day in total. Now that I think about it, I forget. Like as we discussed before, Universe X is a Bandai connoisseur. Once again, he does play One Piece. He does play Dragon Ball, both versions of Dragon Ball, Masters and Fusion World. And he is obviously here playing and being involved with the Gundam TCG and One Piece, if I failed to mention that. And Battle Spirits. He's probably one of the most... He's got the most, at least in terms of content creation, he's the most... he's done the most work for Battle Spirits in terms of a professional standpoint, commentation, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's like between Hemisphere and Cosmic, I feel like the main three.
For
They're
Battle
like,
Spirits, yeah.
yeah, big names for the game. Yeah, we're just establishing this is blue-white versus white something here. I don't think we showcased our second color yet, right?
I don't think we've seen it yet, yeah. That was a really cool way to flip your EX base.
Yeah, it doesn't go in the trash because it is a token.
Yeah. Gonna draw a card. And we went second, so we still have our EX resource available to us. We are level 5. In one more turn, we could maybe play that green card. Where do we go with this, though?
Yeah, I think it's just like evaluating. Are we trying to like play for board? Are we trying to push for damage? We're seeing 3 get tapped, 4 get tapped, so that's probably going to be an ale.
Yeah, yep. Ale strike is the board. You're correct.
Burning our EX resource here, probably for the Kira, so we're bouncing their blocker, probably forcing a trade in our favor here.
Gun tank is a 2, so we'll potentially be able to just easily trade over the Durabald. And then
into we're valuing the HP on our Ale Strike.
Yeah, I think it's the play. I'm sure I mean, there's a world. It could go either way. There's a world where our opponent has the opposing link pair, right? We know they're on white. They could have their own Kira and Ale Strike Gundam swing into us for the full trade, and then it's green. Okay, so it's green white.
I think it's actually a really important thing to point out. Like, we did not know that second color. If we knew the second color was not blue, you would probably be doing that trade every single time. But because you don't know if it's blue or not, you don't know if you value the HP on your AL. So he just played it really safe. Said, you know what? If you have Amuro, you're going to punish me really hard here. I'm going to play around it and not take a damage here. Or not Amuro, but any of the tapping effects. Also, yeah, Valiant getting rid of the base, too.
That too.
Because, like, if we're in this awkward state of, like, okay, we're getting rid of a base, our opponent's like, oh, I'll play a base because it's going to swap out my life. Like, you're still progressing, like, not building board tempo.
Yeah, and now our Ale Strike goes in pretty easily here. I think Universe X has still got control of the board. I can see us attacking, -2 the perfect strike, getting rid of the base. Probably feels like the best play.
I mean, the base isn't generating any value here, but you can't trade either. So yeah, see either way. I guess it's just like, what's your hand, what your resources are.
Right. He's at 5 resources also, so you know all the plays he can do. Yeah. We're gonna play another gun tank. Or gun cannon. Rest 1. Going to pair the Amuro to rest it. Wow. I think that's going to be... Going to attack.
You saw him warm his hands up there. You know he's getting ready to do a trade here. This is tasty. It is good value.
Does the gun... Oh, we're going to do 2 damage. Okay. So not trying to get value off of Kira. Just going full into the shield area. While the blocker is down, get the damage that we can out. Overflowing Affection comes in, draw 2, trash 1. So still just a little bit of like hand cycling. Doesn't actually plus you any.
But he's trying to get a little further into his deck, see if there's like, hey, we want to have a higher value turn next turn. We want to make sure we have our combo pieces when we have them. Getting rid of our strike there.
We're gonna lose the strike dagger, and then Archangel. We must have drawn that. Oh wait, it takes 2 to do Archangel. Wait, even then, we have the EX resource, I believe, available to us still. So we must have drawn the Archangel off of the Overflowing Affection. Otherwise, I feel like it's worth using the EX resources here to just restand your Ale Strike right in here and now. Oh, well,
there's green top in there. Yeah, exactly, Tidon. If you had Death Side, this is like probably one of the worst traits in the world. Or like worst feelings in the world, not worst traits.
Oof.
Yeah, he might have gotten a little ahead of himself for trying to go for a game, like trying to close it out before it gets too late. Because the later you let the game get for green, the better their deck will be, because they have probably the most powerful top end. And we're seeing a Demi Trainer coming down. We haven't seen this card in a moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So, am I confused here? Is the Wing Gundam not KO'd here for some reason?
No, it's 7/7 base.
Oh, it's 7/7. It's a
Hero Yui gives an extra 1 more.
Oh, okay.
But Guntank does finish the math.
Cool. That is the most valuable Guntank played today. Getting rid of a 7/7 body for 1 resource. Pretty worth.
Yeah, we're seeing people go away from Guntank and their blue-white control decks, just because, like, the 1 HP didn't really matter for a lot. But just saying, hey, guess what? I'm winning the trade here. Perfect Strike's bouncing the Demi Trainer now, too.
Kind of undoing some of the tempo. So now tempo's back on our side, and our opponent just used up a link pair. So the chances of them having another one get smaller and smaller. But could probably see a Depth Scythe or just another Wing Gundam and Hero Yui. We have 7, 8 cards in hand, so we still got a lot of gas. Here's another card. Some easy card cycle. And actually, pretty opportune time for a base as well. Not a single unit on the Universes X board is at 5 attack, so it's looking pretty easy to soak up some damage. Perfect Strike comes down, Launch Strike hits the board. That's going to be our full turn, and we're just going to have to see what Universe X can do to respond. He should have some response in his hand. He has a lot of cards as well. He's got, his angle doesn't really let me see it, but it's probably like 7, probably equaling Russ's hand here.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything that we haven't seen any show resolves yet to go hand plus, but we see RX come down, tapping 1. This is the Amuro.
Oh my God,
tapping.
Amuro.
Well, it doesn't matter what you tap, because if you trade trading, he's going to block with the other one. If you're going for life, like, you're going to be connected to life. But the +1 attack on your own Perfect Strike does matter.
Oh, absolutely. You can, I think, Perfect Strike, I think the play is to go Perfect Strike. Ooh, Sulieta makes this math even better. Do you attack into Perfect, or do you go life here? I think you go life, personally, but
either way I think is fine. But oh, looks like he was going life. Like, he just says, why am I going to try doing these value trades? Like, we already said, like, green has such good late game. We're not going to let you get there. Right. We're going to deny as much late game as we can.
Absolutely agree.
Now, you're probably going to see the RX go into the base if you're coming into the base there already, because you got the block out of the way. And then Guntank's going to be able to actually do a damage as well.
Yeah, just put your opponent on having to clear as many bodies as possible, or establish even more blockers. Health Scythe, not where we want to see it. 3 more resources being spent. What is it going to be?
Probably a Launch Striker here, right?
And that's my
3
guess.
Cost 3/4.
That's exactly what it's going to be.
And I also want to point out, I don't think I've seen any proxies from Uni Sites. I think he might just be playing a pure beta
That's funny.
deck here. Said, you know what? I just took one of the best decks that existed from the last few formats, and I'm just going to run with it, man. Like, if you're a good pilot and you know what you're doing, like, you can definitely use these cards, because they're all from the same set card series, technically. Like, like, we're still set 1 with starter decks. It's just like we've been expanding the pool, like what you could be running into.
Just gonna attack with Perfect Strike. Where is Perfect Strike gonna go? Into the opposing Perfect Strike? Makes sense.
Yeah, it's 1 card to get rid of 2 of his cards. I think you would want to do that every time.
And if you're Uni, you accept it too, because you at least get rid of their body as well with that.
Yeah, like we just have such a good board state here. Like we know what we can do. We've been pushing for damage. We've been pushing for damage, and now we force our opponent to be in the back foot. When they're on the back foot, they have to respond to our board. But we're not making it easy. We have 2 cards left in our hand, so we are running out of gas. We're hoping to get into that show of resolve soon, so we can start going hand plus and really start building up a bigger board.
Mm-hmm.
But for everyone here watching in the chat, we are in the middle of round 3 of our webcam locals. Potentially the semifinal round. It really depends what happens at table 3. We have
the health
pair matchup.
pair. We have the health scythe pair, but that might not be enough for us to get game. Or at least stall. Oh, okay, there we go. We needed this blocker. Very important. Universe X is running out of cards now. I think we only have 2, maybe 3 cards in hand. 4-ish? It's hard to tell.
It's 4, and then Uni has 2 or 3 now. Because he just drew for turn, yeah.
We are going to block the gun tank. Take 1 damage. Are we going to trade into the perfect strike?
No,
into shield.
We're pushing damage. Mm-hmm. If you have a link pair, you win the game here. And yeah, he just says, I have a link pair. And there we are. Uni taking round 3 here with blue-white control against white-green here. This is so I do want to say this might be a pretty difficult matchup. If he doesn't see show resolves, it feels a lot better. Just because like your late game is better than his late game, like for unit value. But just the fact that he was applying pressure, he said, if I'm waiting and I'm building a wall, it's not doing anything.
Right. You need to just go sideways, put your opponent having their own blockers, otherwise you're going to win the game.
Also, update at table 3, Levi did win, so we will be going to at least a round 4, potentially a round 5. It has to happen again in round 4.
Mm-hmm.
The down pair has to win in round 4 for a 5th round to happen. One off the table 1, though, we can take a peek at our other undefeated table here. It is blue-white versus white-green again. But this time, looks like white-green's in a much better position because we've been building a board. Our opponent hasn't really been pressuring us down.
I'm getting that on the screen for you guys. And actually, I'll be right back. Step out for a second, BRB.
Yeah. Anyways, we just saw this matchup from this last game. Seeing it how it's kind of flipped on the other side. Blue-white control is just too good in the end. I don't know. Chat, kind of help me build this thought. Is blue-white favored into white-green? Or is it really just like if you see certain cards, like the matchup's just totally like on its side, like for one another? Because I feel like it's super like white-green favored, assuming like each side sees equal pieces. Like if you both are drawing optimally, I think it is white-green's favored. That's probably a better way to put it. If you're not drawing optimally, I think it is typically blue-white favored. But you do have to draw pretty well as white-green. Yeah, but we have a pretty massive board on Ahmed's side here at the top. And that bomb DK Megatron they have 2 wings. Technically they have 3 wings. They have the vanilla and they have to the LR. You think it's pretty 50-50? Yeah, I guess the 50-50 is like, okay, what cards are you seeing? Are you seeing quality cards or are you just seeing like an average, like mid-quality card?
Which is, I don't know, part of that hand quality thing is like, it's kind of why I'm really excited that I'm still interested in the idea of like having these mid-game searchers in green could be like, because like we've been talking about at the top of the night, like green is the end game deck, right? For right now, it's like the top end. Wing Gundam has some of the strongest top end in the game. We are seeing I think it was Levi playing the red green rush with the 1-drops, but I don't know, being able to guarantee that you're going to see your wing Gundams or your health scythe towards the end of the game when you're going to need them the most probably is something where like might just push green to be one of the better colors in the game.
Yeah, both sides definitely had a merit though.
Oh, for sure. Also here, our one player here has collected 4 beta kits, comfortably showing those off. Look at that, guys. You guys out there that don't even have one, this guy's got 4.
It's okay. We got proxies. Our players.
Yeah, proxies.
Players can play whatever they want.
I think they're also playing with Japanese cards too, which is fun. Yeah, I think that Kira is in fact.
Yeah, that's something that's like I never really thought about. Like I allow proxies. Like I should just advertise the fact that like if you have Japanese cards, just use them, man. Like it's a high quality proxy in my mind.
Is there a cardboard difference between English and Japanese still, like in Digimon supposedly?
There is, but like if you're proxying, like you have a slip of paper in front of your cards too, like it's going to be noticeable. Like it's just the nature of our events not being official premier events.
Absolutely, I was more bringing that up for the sake of like official tournaments. Like if there's no functional difference between a Japanese and an English card, then would they be allowed synchronously? And the answer is still
the card stock is different.
Yeah,
the card stock is very different. The Japanese cards tend to be not necessarily like flimsier, but thinner, I guess is a better way to put it.
Also not shiny. I feel like they're more matte.
The gloss.
Yeah.
The gloss, yeah. Yes, for Digimon EX1, the foils are done very different. I believe we have textures on ours for EX1, and Japan does not.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Or it's the other way around. I can't remember. But to all 20 people watching the Gundam stream tonight, welcome. We hope you guys are enjoying the gameplay so far. Gameplay has been a lot more exciting. With last week's spoilers were great. Like the star decks got really fleshed out. Like we have actual archetype for red. Green feels like it's actually playable, like a high level now.
We're getting really close to release too, are we not? Like now that I think about it, like release should be is it August or is it July?
It's July.
Oh, okay. So still more or less 2 months out. Not bad.
Yeah, and we do have First Strike on our death scythe here. We're going to see the Lifrith block. Just said, you know what? If you're taking no damage, I'm at least going to control what's taken no.
Right.
But for anyone who doesn't know here in chat, it's going to be Risu's birthday tomorrow. So if you guys haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Show him at least a little bit of love there. If you guys really want to show him your love, go ahead and add a subscription channel. It's like $1.50, $2 type thing. It's really cheap.
Yeah, we make memberships pretty cheap because we try not to paywall. We're trying to not offer anything with our memberships other than like emotes and stuff. So it's just purely like if you want to support, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine. Just being here isn't support enough. But then I also don't like. I don't know. I don't like the idea of having to like members first only videos or member only videos. It's just not my.
Well, if you like this type of content, it lets us know we're going in the right direction.
Exactly.
Like seeing those counts go up.
Absolutely.
That's the big thing. That's the big thing to point out. Especially likes on the streams, views on the stream. That's a really big thing. These streams have been going up lately, man.
Yeah, they have, and the participation in the tournament has gone up. I think today was the first down day. But I think we had a string of like 3 or 4 weeks back to back where we were just gaining players every week, which is pretty impressive. I think this weekend with Memorial Day weekend, maybe people are planning vacations a little bit more, so a little less. But again, like I said at the top of the night, 19 players is still a very large locals if you guys put it in perspective that way for a game that's not even out yet.
Yeah, exactly. So looking at the sports day, like we're doing a trade here. I think we're just saying, hey, I probably have the better late game than you do. So let's see, what do we have here? Last card in our hand is a Lifrith. Not the highest stat value, but it is a good unit here. We're just hoping our opponent does have
overflowing affection. Perfect.
Show of resolve.
Super
prison card. Yeah, it's okay. I got you. That's why we do this together.
Yeah.
St. Gabriel's Institute. So on top of that, now we get to control our next draw for next turn.
Hopefully we draw into at least a Gundam play, though. Like Lifrith isn't enough by itself to clear the base, which is makes it nice, but we still need to be able to present some attacks this next turn, I feel. And with 3 cards in hand now, should be able to do it. I don't see why not. All right, there's a Razzle, and we're going to pass turn. So not having a play other than... I think at this point you just dump clip if you have Gundams in hand. So Lifrith going to attack, put some damage on. Only 2 damage on the Lifrith though, so it's going to take 3 attacks for this 1 card to try to get through the base. Archangel to restand. Our hand is nothing. Oh no.
Amuro taps down Lifrith though. That's gross. Yeah, he's going to say I'm either doing damage or I'm going over Lifrith. You probably want to get rid of Lifrith here.
You think so?
I think you do. Oh, he's protecting whatever's getting attacked into, which is probably Lifrith.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, does that actually knock out the Amuro and Rezel? I think it does.
No, Rezel has 2 health. I think the Lifrith's only 2 damage, so we should be
I
good.
see. They just put it on. Okay, I thought they had to do it still. I was like, holy cow! Like we just had a crazy trade here. That unforeseen incident's really come up quite a bit.
Oh yeah, that's the second time it's like pushed something for us. Are we going to trade into the Rezel? Yeah, we are going to trade into Rezel. Kind of makes me wonder if it was worth using our unforeseen instant then.
I think it was.
You think so?
We get
the trade. Never mind. I'm a fool. Yeah.
Another show of resolve.
That's gross. I think we're just gonna start daisy chaining into them, as you mentioned before. Like once you've seen one, it just kind of cascades into the other one until you see 2 or 3 played in an entire game. We are just going crazy this turn. I think that was a hero pilot though.
Yeah,
not
hero underneath RX, so you get the attack boost.
I don't know if that was worth. I feel like I would have saved that in my hand.
He might be trying to play around some type of bounce effect, because I think Ale does a 4 HP bounce, but like you have to have 2 cards for that to matter.
Yeah. Attacking to the base for damage.
Archangel's getting value here.
Oh my god, is it ever?
Yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, this aerial actually has an action timing response, right?
Right. You rest 2 resources to do thing.
-1 AP during paired though.
But then we're not paired, unfortunate.
Yeah. So we unfortunately don't get the activate main effect.
Alright, so we're gonna attack, we let it through. RX-78 will go into the base, probably clear that.
Yeah, you just have to like go through at this point. You can't lose a body.
Another
hero. That's what I say. If it was an Amuro, that would have been rough. That would have been GG's.
Yeah, that would have been too much. Another 1 card hand for our white player. Oh, it's a Kira though. That does let us. I think that lets us comfortably trade into the rested RX-78.
It's a 3/4 with hero. It's a 5/5, 5/5 -3. Yeah. We can. I think he's asking cards in trash. He might be trying to assess, like, is it realistic for you to rush me down for game this next turn, or should I be pushing for damage? I think he's going to try going for the trade here because it's going to force his opponent to trade into him again.
I don't know. If I'm the One Piece playmat player, I think I still go life. Our opponent's still top decking. We're top decking ourselves, but like, if we're just trading into life, I have advantage. Yeah, I think. Yeah, swing into life. It is a unforeseen instant.
I think it does have a burst to give -3 attack for the rest of the turn for all that matters, but like, you're not attacking again.
And here now, like the perfect strike could trade into the RX-78, but that's not going to. It's not going to be worth much. We also lose our only body on the board, and we're ahead on bodies, so we're just kind of winning the top deck war here. 2 rest 2. It's the Durabald, and Durabald doesn't really. Depending on what our top deck here is, if it's a Gundam, we definitely just attack into life.
I think it probably was correct to just say, hey, I have to have a base in life to win the game here and swing for game. Because, like, you're not winning off of this now.
No, absolutely. That's kind of what I was saying. I think you need to start base race or base racing, and rest the Rezel or the Zaku, and then turn, no cards in hand, swing, game.
Yeah, definitely played to the end, and I think that probably came down to like we just didn't put a lot of pressure, but we got a lot of good trades in. Like this is not like your traditional blue white we were seeing at the top. It was super like academy focused rather than
Right.
what was it, Earth Alliance or Earth Federation focus? I think it's
Earth Federation. I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, regardless, it's a different build of blue white that we haven't really seen a lot, but really cool seeing it do so well so far. We're probably going to have the next round up here shortly. I want to take a moment to grab some water before we start the next game, but I think it'd be fun to probably showcase table 2 here because this determines if we go to the final round.
All right, I'll get table 2 set up for us.
Plus, if Uni's recording, he could be recording finals for himself, so content to be seen still.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back.
This is everyone's day chat. I ask you guys a lot, but it's a great way to fill the air, is someone giving me a random topic and just yapping. We're going to see, it's the Eevee playmat versus the water painting playmat. So that's always a fun one. It's going to be Levi with that explosive green red, I believe it was. Green red rush, 1-drop rush, I guess. Is a one way to look at it. Has red fallen off? I don't think red has fallen off. I think red is very much present throughout every deck played tonight. We're about to see some red deck right now, actually. Here we'll have, it's actually round 4 now. I'll fix that for you guys. It's also close to 35 minutes on the clock, so I'm going to put that up for you guys as well.
I don't think you'll see shops really popping off until like the pre-regionals or the weekend beta battle events, Grayson. But seeing these scenes grow just because like we can use unofficial cards for one of these tournaments, it's just like it expands interest a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what the scenes. I know my Orlando scene, like, I mean, at least the shops I frequent, like they have their Discord chats. They're popping. The interaction comes in waves, like, oh, this wave of product got released, or like, oh, the demo kits or whatever beta kits were released, and then like kind of dies down. I think a lot of people are just content with like waiting for the game to officially release, which is why we always talk about how it's crazy that we have even more than 15 people, and let alone 19 here playing tonight, even for just a proxy event. Because like it's one of those things where the game's not out yet, people have their lives to live, and it's just easier to wait for the product release. And who knows, like Bandai's got a history with set 1 product too, with some of their more anticipated games. Like One Piece set 1 was very difficult to get, Digimon set 1 was very difficult to get, so you can only imagine where it goes in other ways.
Yeah, with that being said, our players are starting the game away here. And we burned our EX resource to play double 1-drops here on Levi's side.
Wow.
He just said, you know what? People are sitting on this EX resource too long. Let's just use it on turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, if our curve is just like that though, like the unfortunate thing here is these are Zaku 1s, which even both of them combined won't be enough to get through the EX base. So maybe we have a better plan at level 2 next turn, but we're just gonna have to see.
His hand might just be more 1-drops. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you say? Like unloading the clip? Like,
yes, yeah, dump clip.
Yeah, dump clip. That might just be his hand quality. Like, hey, I can just keep throwing guys down. I wonder if there's a support unit that actually makes the math better here.
Oh, the red one. We're on green red, and here it is. Oh, is this? Yeah, here it is. Now one of these will be able to gain 1 damage. And then both of them combined should be able to clear the EX base. Or is it by itself enough? Oh,
Gaza
wow.
saves his support too. So yeah, he actually is able to clear the damage for the base.
Oh, but a
And
hero Yui to hand could be pretty detrimental.
I think he's fine with that. He says, you know what, man, like
We got 3
he had
attacks
no
next turn. You better have a base. Yeah.
he had no bodies on board. Yeah, chat, it's red. It's red.
Yeah, and this is kind of what I was saying about the support keyword. It lets you play a Gundam and get a stat value immediately in these little attacks. It's not affected by, what is it called? Like, is it summoning sickness? Do we just call it summoning sickness throughout?
I think that's a term people pick up. Yeah.
It's at least it's a way, like, it's such an interesting way to get a Gundam down and get its attack value relevant right away. Instead of having to need a pilot to break certain damage thresholds, we're just gonna attack base. And here we're gonna send it back to hand, which could be pretty bad. I can see both of these Zaku's going into life, and then
they're definitely going into life.
And then we're just
like,
go ahead.
You had to bounce something, so you might as well bounce the thing that can do a damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all it was.
Wing Gundam. Yeah, but now the scary thing is we could just do that play again. Oh my god. If green gets to their end game state, it's not gonna look great for red green here. We're getting down the sniper units now. Support units coming down. Look at the top. It's a Gundam. We get to take it.
Yep, it's a traded unit.
Right.
Now we're going to play it down. It just says, you know what it is. I'm going to go ahead and play the card from hand I just drew, so you don't have any hand knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
The less knowledge I give you, the better, I think.
And what's interesting here is we have lethal. Like, just if you leave the board as it is, because we know we have that support unit back in our hand. The current support unit on the current red card on the board, I actually don't know what their name is, but they have 0 damage. So traditionally, they will be unable to do shield damage because you can't do shield damage unless you have an attack power. However, with support, that would give us the damage needed to successfully actually land an attack into the shield area. So this would have been lethal just on board with a 0 attack unit because of support. And looks like we're in a strike pack. Get the 2/4 blocker token. This might be enough to get white green stabilized with another overflowing affection coming in. Nerd nitpick. Every unit mobile suit isn't a. I know. I know. I really do. But you're right. I should. What is it? They're just called units. Is that what it is, Eagle?
Mobile suits. Mobile armors. If you're talking about the card, like the card type is a unit.
All right, so we should just call them units. You're right. No, you're right, Noble. I think some of the proper terminology needs to be used, and that's why we're here to practice.
Yeah, exactly. You know, before those Gundam regionals inevitably get announced at some point.
Absolutely, right? Dude. I can't express enough how much the practice for Digimon commentary, the Eagle's Nest tournaments have been for me. I have way more cards memorized, way more interactions memorized, and it's just better overall. And here comes the support unit down again. As I was saying,
this is hard they bounced. Oh, we're doing this so we can clear the base.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even doing math yet of what our opponent had on the other side. Also, it's like, hey, you can block, but it's going to cost you the unit.
Interesting, we didn't choose to support with our 0-1 here. I felt like we could have. Oh, we are. It is. Oh, it was a Zaku too, so we did have the extra damage power. Never mind.
Yeah, he also might want to hold on to the sniper so he can attack and actually like clear damage later.
Mm-hmm.
Math might be relevant for this Zaku here. Yeah, Zaku 2 is definitely a super strong carry unit. Tapping 2 for probably another support unit here. We're pumping 2 damage. We're pumping 1 more damage. 3-4 damage.
Into Archangel, I would assume.
Let me make sure I'm counting the right maths. Yeah, support 1 from the sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just makes it so we don't have to support all of our units or any of our units really. It's just like anything that connects will be enough.
Yeah. Smart. I would argue that maybe the 0-1, maybe we could have held back on that because now the Durval can go into it for free. But I don't know if that's also worth from our white-green player. We'll have to see.
Yeah. This is a scary board. So, like, people weren't really respecting aggro for a while because aggro just couldn't do anything. It just felt so far behind. But Levi's showing us tonight, it's like, hey, guys, like,
support's cracked.
Why do I need to wait for the late game if I can just rush you down the early game, burn my EX resource to get another unit, and start pumping out damage? Like you said, support's a good keyword. We're going to keep utilizing it.
And here was what I was kind of worried about. I was mentioning that the Durval can just go into our support unit kind of easily. Oh, do we have the link pair? I think we know we have the link pair because it was in life. That's going to bounce, I would imagine, the Zaku. Yeah. So no efficient attacks this next turn, but we'll see what red green has up in store for them. We're gonna attack into the support unit, take 2 damage. Oh wait, no damage because of the Kira.
Yeah, Kira's just definitely carrying us in value here as a pilot. So we still have a 5-card hand as a Levi though.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we trying to do here?
I'm unclear. I think we haven't seen the rush hand that we've really wanted to see, but we will clear the base while we can. Makes sense. Our win condition is life, not really worrying about board. We're gonna get the green base, get the 3/1 token, which is pretty powerful.
Yeah, let's just say it's our opponent's job to clear the board, not ours. Zaku. Do you think he plays 4 copies? Do you think he plays 4 copies of it?
He's played 5 total this game. I'm just saying, there's a little no.
Yeah, the Hail Strike bounce.
Yeah, the Hail Strike bounce.
We're having a good time, chat. We're having a good time.
But here, we're just presenting another lethal. It is interesting. Now, like, if you're hoping for a Wing Gundam, we know we have the Hero Yui in hand, so we can attack, start clearing stuff. Breach 5 should make life a lot easier, and I think that might be what's happening. Maybe not. We'll see. Resting 3. It's perfect strike. That will get rid of a token.
Yep, this is probably a trade into the unit on board. But what else can come out of this here?
Now here, I'm like, see, this is where things like Citizens Take a Stand goes a long way, right? Like, making all these 3/2s makes trading very different. And we're gonna rest another 3. We finally establishing the blocker wall that we really need. Funny enough, that new 6-drop card could go very well here, right? I mean,
yeah, their blockers were not.
Yeah, like, I mean, you do 2 damage to the whole board, and then suddenly, you know, I mean, our attacks still don't go through the way we want, just because we are 1/2s instead of 2/2s. But if we were 2/1s, I think there's a claim to be made for that 6-drop or command.
You have to have 2 of them though for it to matter and like actually get rid of units.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing that's just like makes it feel so bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Tapping 5. That's a Sinanju.
Sinanju.
Wait. This gets high maneuver if he has full frontal, and you can attack immediately.
He's just gonna pass. Actually, no full frontal.
Okay. So we're not going that crazy yet, but
No.
this could be very scary. And we haven't even touched Levi's life here. Like, the only life that's been taken has been when he's drawn himself.
And I think we're just gonna see a world where red-green here just kind of takes it slow until they can just attack multiple times in a single turn. Probably potentially all 6. Yeah, with high maneuver on top of that.
Yeah, you just need any pilot on this to be unblockable. Because it's during pair, not during link.
Ooh, pretty strong. Also being able to do snipe 2 damage on something could be very powerful.
Yeah, especially if you can combo them back to back.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's a full frontal in his hand and he just didn't use it yet, so he can play out another unit with unblockable. Wait, what's the new 3-drop? It links with Cyber New Type, right?
I think so. Let me see if I can find it.
Because if he has that in hand, and if it links with Char, it could be lethal next turn. Or just short. Yeah, no, it would be lethal. It would be lethal if he has a Char and they link.
I guess we'll see. Ooh, another base does help stall the aggression. Gonna attack, lose our base. That's fine. Rest 2 for Archangel. We still have 4 resources to end this turn. So, we established we have 3 blockers to 4 attacks. One of our attacks is unblockable. Here's the sniper unit. I'm gonna look at the top. Grab. Ooh, what is this? This is a new card for me personally.
I'm trying to figure out what it was too.
So 3 resources. Was it Angelo's Garazulu? Might have been Angelo's Garazulu.
Possibly. I'm rewinding the video feed just to make sure.
There's a few good red ones. There's Aegis Gundam, MA mode Aegis Gundam.
Has like the green spear in the top corner. Is red card. It's Angelo's Garazulu.
Ah, okay. Another support card. Really loving the support card for this version of the deck so far.
Helps our weenies.
Yeah, definitely. Lets us play another support card, give something +3, and makes attacks awkward. If we have the I think we're trying to see if we have the pilot, pinging 2 damage can mean a lot. Just gonna have to see. Rest 2, another support unit. Choosing not to grab, choosing not to play the support unit we just drew. So,
I mean, it probably wasn't one.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a one-piece searching where you don't have to reveal it to your opponent if it's a non-target. Kind of like Digimon. Right. Digimon, you always have to reveal everything.
Right. So you could, in theory, attack with the Zaku. Support it twice to give it 3 damage in total. Just chunk some life off of Archangel, because I feel like that's something players don't value too often is just like taking the chunk damage while you can off of life, to make it so your lower bodies could potentially clear it in the following turns. Alright, 3 cards in hand. This is a tough turn. Maybe you attack with a single Zaku? No, no single attack really helps us.
Tapping 1. This is charred. We have high maneuver on this unit now.
Oh yeah, in that case, we definitely attack. Unblockable will clear the base instantly.
Do 2 damage on top of that.
Mm-hmm. Probably send the 2 damage to the... Where would you send the 2 damage? Oh, to the strike, just keeping the board clean. Interesting.
If you want to, you could give 1 attack twice to 2 different units, but I don't think that math matters. Unless you have something else in hand that can come down. This board's giant. Imagine if you have a Citizens Take a Stand. That's like plus a bazillion attack.
Yeah.
It's not bazillion, chat. It's like 15.
Mm-hmm.
Or not 15. Gosh, I can't do math at all.
You're okay, man. Is there a world where you attack with the Zakus? Nah, looks like we're gonna pass. We're just gonna threaten 3 attacks next turn. If they try to trade it into us or use up attacks without an Archangel, we're just gonna let them suffer the consequences there.
Do you know what I think's more impressive? I said 15. I don't know how you get 15 off of 6 units.
I don't know, man. It's okay. I think bazillion was the correct word. Yeah, I know, man. Bazillion's fine. Listen, when we're talking about a card game where the average stat line is 3 damage, 12 is a bazillion at that point. Oh, this is rough. This is gonna be Wing Gundam into... That's rough. Seeing the link pair is gonna be pretty devastating. Ooh, a base though. That might be our saving grace here.
Yeah, you don't get the unit because it's not your turn. Or it's not all turns, it's just your turn.
Oh, okay. Well then, that doesn't help us then. Rest in peace.
I mean, we draw a card. We draw a card. That's actually what's like really relevant here.
Fair. So white-green has to establish another blocker. If they don't,
and also
they lose on board.
Yeah, we have it confirmed. Uni is making it to the finals.
Wow.
On blue-white control. The man's been grinding. He said, "You know what? I don't need to be playing all these weeks. I'm just going to show up 1 week and see how it goes."
Oh, look, there's a reason why he has the case, all right?
The reason he's a content creator, right?
Yeah, exactly. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, for everyone joining us here, welcome. We are in the middle of round 4 of our webcam locals. We're showcasing red-green aggro against white-green mid-range. And red-green aggro has been, like, the star of tonight. Like, a deck no one's really tried playing until Levi was brave enough to say, you know what? I'm an aggro player at heart. Let's go.
Do we have the link pair?
We have 4 swings presented on board against 3 blockers and 1 life. If we have a link, we potentially win the game here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Levi's just going to say, I'm going to send all my guys in.
Swing. That's going to be 1 damage. Lose our Zaku.
Do we have enough dice? The real question, do we have enough dice?
We need a lot of 1s. Need a lot of 1s coming up here. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, we might just win. Depends if
you have to do these.
No, we don't need a link pair. We know we have 1 support unit in hand. So, do we have 2 support units in hand? Becomes the question.
I see what you're saying.
All right, so now...
Yeah, there's the Kirazula.
Mm-hmm. Did he just switch his... That was funny. You saw that? He switched this. Like, something about that. That got
Oh,
me.
he's tapping the sniper to attack with it. Oh, it could be Link. The Gear Zulu could link.
Oh, true. Okay. And then. Oh, we just
Or
have
that.
it. Wait. Okay. All right. Well,
That's game.
that's
Levi
game.
taking it. Gelgu last card in hand.
Yeah, I guess he must have like it sounds like he might have top decked the pilot that turn, but not having a second support would have been interesting there, but it is funny to me that the 3-drop support unit actually makes these 0-1s actually potentially game.
You also could have just like paired Char to one of the units to get the damage for attack to ping and then support the other in ping, and like that was also game too. Like,
Right. There's a few ways to get damage there, which is interesting.
yeah, like our opponent didn't low roll either.
Mm-hmm.
Like the early game was a little rough, but
But
like,
that was like a
low
typical
roll.
green-white early game, right? Just kind of playing the cards that we can, like the overflowing affections, the bases. I guess we didn't see any academies in that game, which can kind of be a little rough. We saw mostly the archangels, but that's how it rolls sometimes. That being said, we're going into our final round, right? It should be paired here pretty soon. Is there any games still running, or is that one of the last ones? I can imagine that one.
That was, I think, the last one. Oh, we have one more table going on still.
Okay.
Good time to sell out. Good time to run through all their stuff and do a lap after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we take our break, guys, if you guys are coming in, we are going into our finals, and we are in week 8.
Yep.
We're in week 8 of our Gundam TCG tournament series, where every week our players are playing for our top placing players earn points. Those points at the end of the 11-week season here we'll be inviting our top 8-point earners for our Gundam weekly tournament series to a free tournament. Those 8 players will be playing in a bracket tournament here coming up in, like I said, 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I guess it depends. But in 4 weeks' time, they'll be playing for a sealed beta kit. So that's what the last 8 weeks of our Gundam tournaments have been about. Is just all leading up to which eight players will have earned enough points to earn the right to fight for a sealed beta kit. And like, you know, like we all know that those sealed beta kits are kind of gas, man. Like they're a good bit of chunk of change, so we're not skimping on anything here for our prize pool. And if you guys know, we every week, like, we've been adding new cards as they've been spoiled. This week, the Saturday prior, every card spoiled up until the Saturday prior of the tournament now becomes legal. So every week it feels like we're getting like a new pool of 4 cards added to the rotation. We see the DOPS. The support units doing really well from Levi today. But in tandem, we see Uni X just playing pure beta kit cards, which is really funny. So a little bit of the old with a little bit of the new. You know how it goes. You got anything else, Eagle, before we take a quick break for our finals?
I think it's a good time to just cycle, use the restroom, get some waters, and we'll be back.
And we're back with our final round. This is round 5?
Round 5. Yeah, 5-round locals tonight.
Wow. No, the down pair won it out. As we saw, Levi was the down pair like twice in a row, able to clutch it out every time with their red white aggro deck versus Universe X, our guest player tonight, playing just basically blue white beta kit. I don't think I saw a single. I have yet to see a single proxied card from UniX here, so probably playing full beta kit stuff, as they have been given access to a lot of those cards.
Yeah, I mean, they're good quality cards still, though, too.
Right. There was a reason why in these early tournaments, blue-white was the standout color for a while, yeah.
And now we're going to see, like, how does it do against aggro? Like, do we see bases in life? And even if we do, like, does Levi have math to, like, beat out the base math? Like, we saw Char, Zaku 2 with the Char pilot was able to break through bases that just came out for free.
Yeah. We saw that. We saw things like support also being able to change the math a lot for our opponent, because it's kind of like having rush in itself, or a separate pilot on board altogether. Like, very valuable. I'm still blown away about how impressed I am about how the support mechanic is working out for this aggro deck Levi's created.
Yeah.
But Universe X winning through just going through the day, just off the basics. Just good white, blue white, advantage gameplay with blockers. Yeah.
Yeah. But being able to showcase the finals here now. Just curious, guys, here in chat, if you guys are watching the game here, leave a comment for what you think's gonna win the game. Like, do you guys think red-green aggro is going to take it, or do you think blue-white control will? Because we just watched how red-green is able to punch through all the blockers that white-green had. Sure, they are missing the blue aspect, but I don't think the blue aspect mattered for what they're doing there, besides maybe, like, the tap event, the siege deploy.
Mm-hmm.
Got blue-white, someone wants red-green, so we're 50-50, chat. We're 50-50. And I see that Relena resource, so it tells me Levi probably won the die roll and said, I'm going second. I think Levi's won a lot of die rolls tonight from the looks of it.
Maybe. I mean, is there a world where you'd rather go first? I guess, like, the EX resource early, getting 2 bodies turn 1 is on your turn 1 is pretty good, and your opponent usually doesn't have a turn 1 play. So, in terms of an aggro rush style, actually, the heads up play is to go second.
I mean, I think you just want to get Zaku 2 on turn 1 and then tap for any other unit. So yeah, we'll see what they are. And players are staying up life. We're happy with our hands. And here we are. We're going to be sent to the races.
All right, does UniX have a turn 1 play? We know we play gun cannon or gun tanks, but we probably don't play those turn 1. And I really want to see blue-white. I want red-green to win so bad, and I really want to see red-green take the dub, but that mid to late game, blue-white is a dog to deal with. Yeah, that's fair.
Yep, kicking things off. And just turn past the idiom and look at the card he drew. He just says, I don't have turn 1 plays.
I didn't build my deck for that. Yeah.
Levi taps the regular resource first, playing a Zaku 2, and pass. So nothing for the Relena resource yet.
Yeah, interesting.
So that tells me he just didn't have another 1-drop. If anything, it's probably support units he has in his hand. But having a Zaku matters a lot. Just get rid of the EX space.
Yeah, agreed.
And we're going to see overflowing and Uniside here. So we're showcasing we are a white deck of some sort. And we've made it to the finals here. It's just like, what do you think the rest of my package is going to be?
Yeah, we're going to have to see.
It's all 20 plus of y'all watching here in chat. Welcome. We hope you guys are enjoying it. This is our finals for our Gundam webcam locals here. And Uni may not even know, like, this isn't aggro deck yet. We just see a Zaku and we're assuming, hey, this just might be like green mid-range again. I've seen this already today. I've beaten them already today. So we're just going to go for the high hand quality. And overflowing helps us get there. And we're showcasing Show of Resolve. Our hand quality must be insane, or we already know that we just don't need it with our hand.
Yeah, well, yeah, like seeing the Show of Resolve go to the bin there is kind of crazy. I mean, just like you said, it just probably means our hand quality is just that good to where we know we have a play next turn, and then we have continuous plays going forward. Like, would not be surprised to see some value blockers starting to hit the board. Maybe a base, who knows?
I'm curious if we just have like Sinanjus in our hand. That's why we didn't have something else early.
Did we mulligan? If it was just Sinanjus, we would have not mulliganed, right? Or we would have mulliganed. We choose to keep that card at the top there and rest 2. Sinanju hits, or not, so Char Zaku hits the stage here. So
I think something cool we get to showcase in these webcam locals is like, as we're increasing card quality, like people are actually going to try a lot of the cards that you normally wouldn't see played if you just got the full set at once, right?
Yeah. Ooh, gun cannon comes down.
Now we're going to be tapping down 2 units if we have an armor to go with it. And Uni just said, you know what, I may not have the Amuro, but I do value my life. You're going to spend all of your units attacking this, basically.
Mm-hmm. This is where support could really come in, or a pilot could really come in. I think the support sniper would be really clutch here. No, we're just going to attack. We're going to attack twice. Attack 3 times.
Yeah,
Base did its job.
Out here. Yeah. Our opponent's tapped out here, so there's no command timing that can come against us, but we do have more units to pump out.
This
and
is lethal.
Facing down.
I think, right? Yeah.
Gosh, you didn't have to tell me that already.
He's level 3, can't Amuro, yeah.
Oh, good point, good point. I wasn't even... Like,
it's still difficult to track the levels and the cost of all the cards. I'm still not used to it personally.
Yeah, we're seeing like aggro just like punching it in. Levi's put time into this deck. He's practiced it. And you can tell like he's just like, yeah, I'm ready. Like, you guys denied me for so long. I had to play control for a few weeks, but after playing control, he knows like the ins and outs. Like he knows the weak points of the deck. He knows what he really needs to do in the race. And we're going to see the gun cannon. Is it trading into the Char Zaku, or is it going into the Zaku 2? The Zaku 2 is like an easy trade, right? Like it just
I think you do
feels
the
good
Zaku 2. You're 2 damage, right? I think Zaku 2 is probably where you go.
But you can also trade into Char Zaku and deny the token unit if they have the pilot in hand.
Yeah, but then you lose your body to trade next turn. I think at this point we're playing the body math, right? We don't. At least that's my theory here is you're kind of this gun cannon could probably take out the dollop next turn, and then 1 card for 2 cards, and then maybe that gets us over the edge in terms of finally being able to establish our blockers and things like that.
Yeah, I think we're regretting pitching the perfect strike when we did, but also we may just have enough blockers in hand where we're comfortable.
Maybe.
Gonna find out. Like, regardless, it's a scary board state. Like, we're not dead unless our opponent has a link unit in hand next turn.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do with 4 resources? Are we playing a base? A base basically eats up 2 swings. Gun cannon comes down.
Another gun cannon.
We are level 4 this time.
Amuro? That looks like an Amuro.
Yep, there's
rest
Amuro.
the
other 2, because 1 for gun cannon's pair effect, 1 for Amuro's effect. Now, I feel like this is when you definitely go into a Char Zaku.
I agree. Now you can go into a Char Zaku, survive the attack, and then now you can like either your opponent has kind of established that they're just turning cards sideways. I really doubt. There's a good chance they don't block, like don't start trading board away. Depends. Just doesn't seem like their game plan. Like, if all three of these, I think all three of these attacks go into life, and we just stare down our opponent with just pure aggression. Yep. Dop goes in, and it is at life. Like I said, no need to trade. Sulieta to hand. That's kind of rough. Uh-oh. Second. Perfect strike. Charizaku. Correctly using our highest attack unit last. Rest 2. Another. Ooh, okay. Fommel gets us our token. 2 more. 2 more.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I mean, on the bright side, we have a gun cannon that we have access to pairing to for his pair effect, but I don't know if we have enough resources.
I guess
like,
we'll
we
have
trade
to see.
over 2, we can bounce a unit with like a perfect strike. If we do that, they have 3 swings. We have 1 blocker and a life. We have to hope our last life's a base. That doesn't feel good.
Yeah, establishing blockers would be pretty good too. Maybe a base helps clear some damage, but with the Zaku token there, 3 damage is a lot to stare at.
Yeah, like, we played the base at a good time early game. Like, I think it was fine when we played the base. It basically took an extra turn for another damage to be done. And we also didn't have a blocker on board to like get the value with. Kind of curved out our turn pretty well. Oh, Suleta, going to tap it down. We're going to get an extra resource now.
That extra resource could help. Also, the extra life from Sulieta is pretty apt here. Just clear more bodies.
Yeah, so that's going to happen regardless.
So, swing over maybe the Dop.
Yeah. Because your goal is to bounce the token unit.
Gonna unrest off of Sulieta. A little late, but it's fine.
Yeah. No card information's changed. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So we have to stop. If we play a blocker, the perfect strike, 5 resources. It removes a body. It blocks an attack. We see Ale come down.
Strike.
Pretty similar here. You bounce the token.
That's still
Now,
not
if you
enough.
want to, I mean, you just do the trade on your terms, right? And you just hope that last life's a base.
Which there's a good chance it could be.
Yeah, he says, I might as well use Kira's effects. I'm taking no damage on what would be the block and 1 damage. Just hope that last life's a base.
And we might even have just... Alright, swing a life. Is it a base? Nope.
It's not.
Zaku goes in. Ah, he gets hit.
GG's.
Damn.
Red-green taking it, guys.
Oh, and we had the link pair on top of that, too. Jesus. Very powerful. Wow. So, never set up the timer for that one. My bad, guys. But as quickly as it started, it ended. But that was sick. Thank you, Universe X, for coming out and putting on a show. Showing off that, like, you know how to play this game. And blue-white is still something that people need to be prepared for. So I think you showed off how, you know, the base set cards or the base beta kit cards for blue-white are still very powerful, and the deck goes very far.
100%. 100%. Like, it was just a great showcasing of, like, hey, like, aggro is still really good. Like, if you high roll as aggro, you're doing really well.
Yeah. And I like honestly like we watched them play like 3 games in total throughout the night, and not like didn't really feel like a high roll. Like there was that one game where they were able to win like turn 2, which was pretty, or turn 3, which was pretty high roll. But after that, like we were consistently seeing, you know, multiple 1 drops and presenting lethal turn 3, turn 4, going after turn 3, turn 4 every turn after that. So like that seems like the pretty consistent timeline for this deck right now. Nope, proved me wrong. Good for him. Yeah, it definitely proved some of us wrong. Blue white kind of taking the fall there. I think a little bit of all of that might be the fact that like he's missing some, because he's purely on the beta kit cards, he's missing things like Strike Pack. I think Strike Pack goes a long way into helping curve that aggression that's possible. The 2/4 blocker is gross. Also,
yeah, Lifrith also.
Lifrith, yeah.
You would curve a lot better with Lifrith.
Mm-hmm. So, things like that. But anyway, guys, that's the end of our tournament tonight. If you didn't catch the rest of it, this is a show we run every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. Every Wednesday we do this show, and it's the beta kits plus demo decks plus spoilers, whatever. We're adding new cards to the pool every week as they get released, and our players are playing to be invited to, our top point earner players at the end of our 11-week season are going to be invited to a top 8 tournament. Season finals, best of 3. It's basically a top cut. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, so they'll be playing for a beta kit, so start keeping your ears out for that. We'll take some of our best performing players, and they'll be invited to play that for a sealed beta kit, which is going to be very exciting. And then after that, it's you've timed it so where that season finals happens, and then it's set release, and we at that point, like, we're playing, like, I assume depending on how product allocation goes, like we don't have the numbers for that yet, but they're like, the hope is Digimon, we got packs for you guys. Hopefully for Gundam we got packs for you guys, but you guys can understand how sometimes that can get kind of sus.
Worst case, we'll keep the winter resource branding. I got plenty more Hero Yuis, so
all right, sick.
We'll at least last for a bit longer.
Well, that's that. You'll always have that. So, and then if that happens, the price doesn't go up, which is nice. But that being said, you got anything else, Eagle, before we send it off?
I think it's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for tagging along. Excited to see you next week with our next guest. We'll announce that when that comes around.
Ooh, all right. So another guest next week, guys. Stay tuned for that.